I bet you didn't know about Marvin Heemeyer and his infamous KillDozer. Yes, that's actually real. I'm not making that up. In the 1990s, Heemeyer owned a small welding shop in Granby, Colorado. Over the years, he agreed to sell part of his property to a concrete plant, though there was a lot of negotiating over the years and they couldn't really settle on a price. In 2001, the city approved the zoning for the concrete plant, zoning the land next to Heemeyer's property. Heemeyer was furious. He had used that land for the past 9 years to get from his home to his welding shop. He petitioned for the city to rezone the area so that the concrete plant couldn't be built. He was rejected on multiple occasions. So in 2003, Marvin Heemeyer decided he had enough. Over the course of about a year and a half, Marvin Heemeyer customized a Komatsu D355A bulldozer, specifically for his rampage. It was fitted with armored plates, covering the cabin and the engine. He made these plates himself using steel and concrete. What was visible was covered in 3-inch bulletproof plastic. There were 2 monitors in his makeshift cockpit, and even fans and air conditioning to keep him cool during his rampage. He had also fashioned it with some weapons as well. July 4th of 2004, Marvin Heemeyer sealed himself inside the KillDozer and set off for his attack. He drove out of his shop through a wall, plowed through the concrete plant, a former judge's widow's home, a hardware store, and other homes. Authorities realized that every single place he bulldozed had a connection with Heemeyer and his lengthy battle with the zoning committee. For 2 hours and 7 minutes, Marvin was on a rampage and he could not be stopped. He took out 13 buildings and even took out the gas lines to City Hall. They actually had the National Guard coming in with Apache helicopters. They were going to take care of Marvin. But it didn't come to that. When Marvin was bulldozing a hardware store, the KillDozer got stuck in the foundation. He was unable to move. He knew he had hit the end of his rampage. So right there in the cockpit, he took his own life. Despite doing $7 million in damages, Marvin was the only one who had been killed by this. For years after the KillDozer incident, people argued whether Marvin was a hero or not. They said he could have killed innocent people if he wanted to, but he didn't. Some people said he snapped because he'd become a victim of the town government. Marvin left behind a note that said, "I was willing to be reasonable until I had to be unreasonable. Sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things."